And here we go. As you can see, PokerStar changed his go to Isis from Poseidon. And let's check the starting positions. We'll start with KeeN on the right bottom. And the first is Symptom. What's his position? Yeah, he already sees another herd of elk here, so he's pretty much fine without too much problem. Looking at Grand Monster, he has a large herd as well, right near his home. And Neon Racing Cat, he has just a normal hunt here, but he'll soon found, yeah, he has found another one, and he's fine as well. Looking at the dots, Hellenic, his starting position, well, he had to go for an Orok, that's not very common, he usually found elks first. And yeah, he had to do a bit of scouting to actually find his starting herd. And that will actually cost him a bit of wood, because right now he has just one Orok, and when he runs out, he'll have to build another granary right next to the next hunt. That's gonna slow him down a bit. Looking at Chris, he doesn't have such problem, he's pretty much fine. And PokerStar, the same, he also sees a very nice herd right there without any problem. Does he see any forward? Yeah, he sees one. And seeing that this is Symptom, he might actually not be willing to go for a risk here, because this would be easily raidable. So he might be looking at scouting in the back and hoping for some better hand there. Possibly this herd will be fine. And we have a first relic, and that's minus 20% siege weapon costs. That will be very nice for an Isis if he manages to pick it up. And another relic, 2 lions. That's a common joke one. And so far nothing else. So how are the TCs actually? This is the back one for PokerStar and the forward one. This forward for Symptom is very close to him, and it will be quite a nice defensible position for him. These two TCs are very close, and that will be quite easy to defend for him. This third is also okay, and this one, this is also okay. So no TC screw here. If I'm looking at this right, or am I? Am I counting this right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's one missing, isn't it? 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. Yeah, that's one TC missing. Alright, so that's that's a very interesting twist to the map actually. And that's going to make the map very interesting. So far players don't really seem that they want to save it because of that, because they have to see it. Especially the team that has Oranos, and that's KeeN. And well, this is in a better position for them, but it's kinda okayish in the middle between them and DoD. So let's see how this actually plays. This is very interesting indeed. Everyone has a back TC, so nobody is really disadvantaged at that point, but this forward battle will be interesting. So let's check who is actually advancing. Well, I happen to pick on an again, that's definitely not gonna advance soon. But how about the Zeus here? Chris, not yet. He does have the temple ready. And same goes for Hellenic, who is actually trying to wall to protect from some raiding, which can be really expected when he's against an Oranos. And the Oranos is halfway there, so he'll be at 4:30. That's kinda decent and normal time. How about his pals? Grand Monster is also up in early, that's 4:45 or some such. And Symptom will be also quite early up. That's 4:30 right there. So 5-ish. That's okay. So we can probably expect some heavy raid in there from the KeeN team. And let's see if it actually pays off. Dots are really preparing for that really hard. You can see Chris is also walling pretty nicely here. And PokerStar as well. So yeah, they are expecting a lot of raiding, and possibly they will go for some interesting booms and such. And we can see that they have a cheaper Secrets of the Titans. That could come in play quite easily. That would be very handy if PokerStar actually advanced in a decent time to Mythic. And first units are heading for the raids here. Oh, it's kind of far away for everyone. All along the map. And yeah, I just slay animals here. What would the ecologist say? We can see that Hellenic is pretty much ready for this, so this will be a retreat pretty soon for the blue. Let's have a look at this last relic. That's a favorite recall, that's very nice. And yeah, that's the doubled Promethean to go for a faster scouting. Just trying to look where the villies are for the raid in here. And yeah, as I was saying, PokerStar, he definitely was rather looking at the backhand, but he has all his 11 villies here. That's kinda risky, although he is covering with the walls here. So it would be kinda unlucky if he got caught there. We can see that there is a double going on the Hellenic. Let's see if this actually does something. Is maybe Hellenic preparing for a tower? Doesn't seem so, not yet. So far, KeeNs are pretty much free to do what they wish. And yeah, Chris is finally going for some help. And well, this is not really a great battle, but the towers are up, and the upgrade was there just after I talked about it, because it's going to help immensely defending any rushes there. Those walls are really serving Dot very nicely. As you can see, all he can do, Symptom, is just bash at the walls and hope that nothing else will go at him. You can see some kind of... Oh, Centaur raiding, nice. That's very nice attempt. I was looking at the favorite gatherers there, but didn't really have all that many guys on the wood, so I wasn't expecting too much of that, so maybe that's just these two to hopefully get some release unguarded. And yeah, Symptom is knocking on the wall here, and this is a very dangerous spot for PokerStar, and he should really be worried about this. As soon as this goes out, it's gonna be a problem. This is not a very good attack. Yeah, he has to be careful. Symptom not to lose all his units, and Genzi, because he pretty much will. And we have a very nice forest fire. We actually blocked the villies, so they couldn't get away that easily. And that's, well, that was nice. That was like 4 villies, if I see the corpses correctly, and that's very nicely played. This wall is gone, and yeah, all the 12 villies have to retreat, and that's no food for PokerStar right now. That's a lot. That will be quite a nice downtime, and that will help Dots. Or rather KeeNs, sorry. Everybody just running around. And Symptom looking for the best spot to actually fight something, kill. I can see that PokerStar is safely into Heroic, so he's actually going for his 30C. The same as his actual Symptom, so this will be pretty much even without any downside to anyone. And Neon Racing Cat as Oranos has already taken second TC as well. And this TC isn't going up because KeeN saw it and are preventing it quite nicely. But well, this is a bit of a pickle for PokerStar, but not really all that much. He can still go for the back TC if he wants, but he will have to be really careful about the guys from Symptom Raid in there, as you can see the blue dots here. PokerStar is just having another attempt at the TC. This time, will it be successful or not? We have some, no upgrades, but this army should be, well, this army would be enough if you just pulled it into half. Half on the villies, half of the army, and you would be able to slaughter some villies here, but unfortunately for you, this TC is now up, and this will be a nicely defensible position right now. You can see still some raiding going on, but DoD is really doing very well, keeping it in check, and it's not really doing any damage right now. Oh well, this is kind of forward, and if guys actually from KeeN actually see this, well, this is 11 villies on gold. Come on, to the left. Oh no. Well, Chris got real lucky here. And well, as soon as PokerStars actually finishes TC, he's ready for some attack. And he's kinda right to do this, because some of Symptom's army is actually on the raid. It's not really near. And all he needs are some siege towers. You can see that upgrade has been made into mediums. That's gonna improve the raiding quite nicely. But a lot of those are pretty low HP, are not really positioned to do some nice battle. Red is trying to raid, but against towers and just a few units like Hipcons and Hoplites, it's not really anything he can do about that. Now let's see how the attack PokerStar actually does. Will this force Symptom into flaming weapons? It really shouldn't at this point. And the other guys, they are just having fun racing around the map. How is it with advances actually? We have 2 KeeNs in Heroic, so DoD really should pick up some pace here in this regard. And well, Chris is, so he'll be soon Heroic, and even the score here in this regard. As I talked about DCs, the third in the middle between Hellenic and Neon Racicat is right now. I was about to say going for Neon Racing Cat, but with all those Epigons, it's not really. Come on, don't run away. With hips, idioms against this small army, didn't really have to run. This TC is, you should really know by now that TC is crucial. You'll be 1 TC short right now. That was, in my opinion, an opportunity not taken, but well, let's see what the plan is. They want to play it safely, okay. But this is just a scouting siege tower that's going to be destroyed, and looking at this army, PokerStar will have to retreat, because this is not a battle. Should be fighting near the TC. can see some large battle between red and yellow right now. And yellow is having some forward wheelies here, so he better win this battle. But those two birds, they are really brutal. But not when you have Odysseus and Centaurs. And Nan is forced to retreat. Some nice raiding actually. They have discovered DoD's market, so they will know where the market rate will actually go. That's very good to know, in case you are planning on some future raids. And other than that, KeeN is really not doing anything else, just running around. Should probably create some groups there, try some separate raiding. But at least he's keeping his enemy crease busy, so it's not really wasted effort at all. And he's having an extra TC, whereas Chris is just having one. And well, this is a much better battle from PokerStars. Get those siege towers, but come on. Don't have those guys. Yeah, that's right. Don't attack the TC, attack the units here. He could really use some help, PokerStar. Need some meat in front of his archers. So maybe if Hellenic actually helped him, this could be a very nice double here. He does have the siege units, so it'll be quite fine, siege-wise, and Symptom would be forced to use flaming weapons actually against a double. Some nice base upgrades. And heavy chariots, that's nice. And we can see that the TC here is coming up from Greece and it's finally taking both of these. So he'll be pretty even with Grand Monster here. He's already at 3. And that's a nice defensible Migdol. That makes this gold pretty much safe, without any worry between the TC and the Migdol. And let's look at the battle. And right now we have Greece joining the fight. Okay, so now here's the double I was asking for, and well, Grand Monster is actually trying to do something from this side, and this is going to be a very nice battle very soon. So this will be a 2v2, a crucial position. And right now we have Nean also joining the fight here. So maybe we'll have a big battle between all three from each team. That will be very nice to see. Nean is through Helios. And we have Apollo here. Interesting. Kings really seem to be having a technological advantage at this point. And you have the defensive ancestors here. Very nice battle indeed, and we can see that it's still a kind of stallish situation, so we are really waiting for someone to break through. And it should really be KeeN's because they have a TC advantage. Or, well, not yet, but soon we'll have. Because this map has just 11 extra TCs instead of 12. And right now, it seems it's paying off for the KeeN's. They are a bit pushy here. They have very nice upgrades, yeah. Very great for Grand Monster. Ho ho ho, and we have Vortex right into the Yellow's base. That's an interesting choice. He sees that he's not really needed in the bottom there, so he just wants to wreck the economy here in the Hellenic's base because it's very, very, very far away to go with the units back, and that's a very nice play. This could actually do a lot of damage to dots. And how's it looking back here? Yeah, KeeN's are really owning it in the bottom as well. You can see the Symptom also has very nice upgrades. Same can't be really set for PokerStar. And where are his teammates actually? Well, they are pretty much nowhere, and that's why the ceasefire had to be called. This was a very nice attempt from Nyan, and it forced Dots into dire defensive and using a ceasefire to actually secure that they still are in the game. But Nidhogg against 2 bolts, not really going to survive, I'm afraid. But you can see that Hellenic is already through Hephaestus, and he'll be ready for some interesting spam here. And once he gets Myrmidons up, it's gonna be even funnier. In the bottom, nobody is really looking for any further fighting here, I would think. They are pretty much concentrating, yeah, red on the yellow. So how's this going to go? Kinda predictably, fighting under TC and tower fire, that's going to cost you a lot of units. Of course, that is, if your enemy can muster enough units to actually help himself, which at this point they don't seem to be able to do so. And this is just doing a lot of damage from red. Quite nice. And right now, here, this is still a kind of stallish situation between all those guys. And we might actually be looking at the green making a way up the middle, right into Greece. This is at this point held simply by Symptom, and he's going right back there into the trade. That's very nice, and if he actually sees these villies, they are far away. Yeah. Very interesting play. And how's it looking in the middle? Yeah, KeeN are just fine, keeping it stalled here, while they are doing their thing. Going around their bases, walling up, disrupting the trade, basically eliminating any threat here. Yeah, this is getting stronger and stronger on Symptom. And mercenaries had to be calling. And we have a Nidhogg here. So how long will it take for actually someone to bolt him? It doesn't seem Dods have actually noticed that Nidhogg has been cast. Well, anyway, red is eating into the yellow here. He has already built a very nice forward base. He's kinda doing as much damage as he can. Yeah, very nice. Top level of upgrades. Now he's looking for yellow. Doesn't really have all that many, but he's getting there slowly. Hellenic should really be looking for some Myrmidons here. And we see that Grand Monster has just went Ragnarok. And this very well might be it. This will be a very strong push. In the middle, yeah, this is starting to go into KeeN's favor as well. How's it looking at this interesting intersection? Well, Symptom wasn't able to complete any of the walls here, so the trade caravans are still going on. Dog has been bolted, as we can see. And here's the second ceasefire. Yeah, that's going against the Ragnarok, and they have to do something here. Symptom still has flaming weapons, and the dots still have both underworlds, but it's not really going to help them a whole lot. And this frost is, if used wisely, can really put the game into GG mode, because if dots mass some army at one place and they have a frost on it, that's gonna be a lot of trouble. How's it looking for the red? Is he really pushing forward? Kinda decently. In an okay situation. Very nice use of ceasefire from Symptom to actually finish the walls here. And you can see that PokerStars is already seen that this is a GG and all the dots resign. Oh well. Who wouldn't resign against this? Quite an entertaining game. Fun to see. So let's see how the achievements actually look like. Grandmaster, yeah, he was pretty good there. Very nice civilian units, so he was good in this regard. Also very nice upgrades. Well, nice GG, and let's go for the second game.